I'm going to try to make another video because the other one, the focus is all messed up. So we're discussing a fake Seiko SRP Turtle reissue versus a real one. When you first get it, you don't have to go past the bracelet. That'll tell you a lot. So we looked in the last one, in the last video, about the size of the uh, the drill lug right here. They are smaller and they come with a smaller spring bar than the OEM Seiko, which is bigger and comes with the fat spring bars. The finish on the end links are also different. So you can see that the machining is a little bit different. Neither one is perfect because these are entry level watches, but it is different. The When you turn them over, the lugs actually are a little flatter on the fake one than on the real one. I don't know if you can see, but they are just a little bit more pronounced on the real one. The fake one is a little more flat. So we talked about that. We talked about the diver's extension, which is here on the real one, and it is non-existent on the fake one. But let's look at the watch itself. I'm going to pause this so I can get this disassembled. I should also mention that closing the clasp on the regular one made by Seiko is pretty easy. Closing the one on the fake is not so easy. Okay, so it's a little bit harder. Um, I think just the machining of the parts and maybe even some of the materials on the moving pieces is a little bit different. All right. One more thing before we move on is I just noticed that the other spring bar was also bent, and I don't understand. This looks like it's by design. I don't really understand I know this is curved, but this channel is usually straight. It's just the curvature up here. So I don't know. The other thing that you're going to find, I believe, is that the durability of this is not going to be good. And here's why. When you move the Seiko like this, you get a little bit of movement. When you move this one, you see that? So right here, it's telling me that at this point here, you can easily have a failure. That is way too much play. If you look at it from this side, I mean, it just looks like, it's about to fall apart. Um, this is just totally different from the design on this one here. All right, let's get to the watch. Before we move on to the watch itself, the case, let's take a look at the case backs. I could not find a regular turtle case back. All the ones that I have are special editions. This is an SKX case back, typical. These are all special edition ones, so they're a little different from the model of turtle that I have. That's a fake. It's a 789 SRP 789. Most of the um, ones that I work with are the special editions. So you'll see that the case back has a little bit different information on it. Um, but you can tell, even comparing those, this is the one that came out of the Seiko, which is fake. And you'll be able to look at and see that immediately there's a difference in the font that they use. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if you can tell. Let me move the light around a little bit. I think you can tell that the font is wider on this one than it is on this one. Uh, the X looks like it's fainter. It's not as strong as on this one. Again, real and fake. So there are some differences on the case back. So if you see one of these and you're wondering before you buy it, this is one way that you can tell pretty quickly. I'm sure they'll correct that at some point, but for now, that's a dead giveaway. All right, let's move on to other things. I'm going to pause this and come back. Well, we're not moving off the case back just yet. Remember, this is the first time that I just received this watch, so I'm looking at it as you're looking at it. The